guy called me. So a little bit more on my background. I worked with the cadet program for 3.5 years to rewrite their sailing program. I've worked on a number of different training committees with Sail Canada as far as rolling out their training program. I currently work at Blue Drop Learning Networks as an instructional designer, and I've been coaching since '99. So this is 20 years in for me. So I come to you with a fair bit of experience. I'm not going to suggest that I'm the best coach by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, I've just been around long enough to have learned a few lessons the hard way. But in creating this new recreational sailing program, I had to ask myself, where does it fit with everything else that Sail Canada offers? And the next part of this meeting will essentially be delving into that. So the training program from Sail Canada is relatively fragmented in that we've got a group of racers that want to go fast and a group of sailing school coaches and athletes who want to go sailing. And we've got the keelboat side, but no one kind of talks to one another. And to a degree, I don't know if that's Sail Canada's mandate. They create the programs and they push them out to the provinces, and it's kind of up to us to figure out how we're actually going to roll them out. So this is my attempt anyway at kind of bringing everything under one umbrella and trying to hit all of our target users, which is a fairly long list. We know that cruisers do need some degree of training in the form of, offshore survival and navigation and, engine maintenance and all those things. So we've got a market that we know that exists. While on the flip side, we also know that we need to train coaches and instructors. We need to train recreational sailors and racers, and do races or race judges and officials need anything? Kind of who's everyone from our gigantic org chart that need our help with some degree of information. So that's kind of the list that we're looking at. So the pathway as it is developed right now from Sail Canada is we've got a group of community instructors. So this is essentially just recreational sport. We've got a formal instructional stream branded Can Sail. So everyone going through level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the sailing school kind of go through this. We've got competitive race stream, which is the race program, and then a whole bunch of professional development stuff on the other side. So this column from Sail Canada is incredibly mature. We have lesson plans and online databases and kind of all the things to make this tick. We've got almost nothing for this. What Sail Canada did when they rolled this program out was they said that recreational sailing is a grassroots local problem. Please develop and implement whatever it is that you want. And there's no way for them to know what is needed in Halifax versus in Deer Lake versus in Victoria or whatever the case may be. It was simply too big a mountain for them to climb. But there was a little bit of a void here in that I know that I can train a coach, but I don't know what the coach should do. Right? I don't have a training program to roll out in Long Pond or in Buren or in Burgeo or whatever the case may be. So that was the gap that we were attempting to fill with this. So Can Sail is kind of the crux of everything as far as Sail Canada is concerned. It kind of holds everything together. So it was based off of the long-term athlete development model developed by Coaching Association of Canada, where essentially we take a look at how do we get an athlete from first look to the podium. That's ultimately the goal for the Can Sail program, not necessarily as developed today, but conceptually, how do we go from opti to gold medal in whatever the class is. So we've been, we had the Can Sail program out for 6 years, something like that.
Yeah, 6 or something like that.
It's good at what it does, but it has had some unintended consequences. In rolling it out, has created a whole lot of interest and oversight with the sailing programs, and it has kind of taken almost away our ability to run recreational sail training, because the question is always asked, is the Sail Canada sanctioned, yes or no? And if it's not, then why are you doing it? So we kind of lost our ability to just randomly sail to Kelly's Island on a Tuesday afternoon because it's nice, or to sail around from Terra Nova or to North Arm and then back. We don't have that mechanism anymore. Most of our sail training is focused on how to make a boat go fast and usually in the context of going around buoys. So we kind of lost a little bit along the way. That's not to take away from the Can Sail program at all. It's really good at what it does, but it doesn't have a whole lot of flexibility, and nor does it have any structure. So just offering random little tidbits here and there, it's tricky. The long-term vision for it, to be totally honest, as far as I'm concerned, is a little bit up in the air right now, and that it's Sail Canada's to run and manage. So they're going to massage that program as they need to over time, but like we're not going to see our influence kind of shifting as it goes. Keel boats and cruising. Right now, we do not and cannot offer any Sail Canada training or sanctioned training in the keel boat or in the cruising sector at all, because we don't have any Sail Canada trained coach boat or power boat or keel boat instructors in the province. Matt is our extension right now, and technically I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit in that I, as a branch of Sail Canada, I'm saying, please Matt, go offer a program from another training provider. Let me know how it works out. We don't see any participant data, we don't have any revenue stream, it's kind of just out there a little bit. But I also don't know how to create this. I need a very vast network of cruising instructors across the province to turn it into something that's self-sustaining, and Sail Canada is not about to send an instructor developer here to work with Matt for like the 3 weeks that it would take to get you up to speed. So what do we do? And my answer at the moment is simply, let's keep going, let's keep going with the way that Matt is doing things right now, and that let's get people on the water in a keel boat in the structure that is set up that's compliant with Transport Canada requirements and the like, and as that program develops, then we look at Sail Canada accreditation. So that's the goal. So I'm not saying do whatever you want, like let's do this safe and structured and organized and insured and all those things, but I'm not going to lean on you to offer Sail Canada anything until we're big enough to actually warrant bringing an instructor over or sending someone like yourself to go get the training. And again, I would say the same for Terran Hobby Yacht Club. Like if you've got someone who wants to teach, awesome, let's figure that out.